Hey there. Y'all, welcome to my little corner of the world, where we sit down together and untangle the mysteries of the heart. I'm your host, an old soul who's walked this earth long enough to know a thing or two about love, life, and the quiet aches we don't always name. Today, we're diving into something raw, something real. Why a woman, after decades of standing by her man, might feel her heart slipping away as the years roll on. Picture her, silver in her hair, wisdom in her eyes, wondering where the spark went. It ain't about blame. No sir, it's about the slow, tender unraveling of a bond once unbreakable. This video, it's packed to the brim with truths, 8 big reasons, woven with stories from folks I've known and lessons I've carried through my own long days. It's a journey, and I'm asking you to ride it out with me to the end. Every word's got weight. Every tale's got a heartbeat, so don't you dare click away till you've soaked it all in. If you've ever loved, ever wondered, or ever felt that quiet drift yourself, this is for you. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's walk this road together, 'cause by the time we're done, you might just see love a little clearer. Reason 1. The invisible load of emotional labor. Let's start with a truth as old as hearth and home. Women often carry the unseen. The video I watched called it emotional labor. And Lord, does that ring true? For years, a wife might be the one who remembers Aunt Sally's birthday, soothes a child's scraped knee, or plans the Thanksgiving spread. She's the keeper of the family's heartbeat, quietly stitching love into every detail. But here's the rub, that work's invisible to most, especially the man snoring beside her. He might not mean harm, but if he don't notice, or worse, don't pitch in, she's left hauling a load that grows heavier with every grey hair. In my time, I've seen this play out 100 ways. Take my friend Clara. God rest her soul. She'd spent 40 years married to Tom, a good man by most measures. But Clara? She was the one who kept the calendar, mended family feuds, and made sure Tom's socks matched his shirt. By 65, she told me, "I'm tired, old gal. Tired of being the only one who cares." Tom didn't see it till she stopped planning, stopped fussing. Suddenly, he was lost, and she was done. That's the crux. When a woman's heart bends under a burden her partner don't share, resentment creeps in like damp in the walls. It ain't loud, but it's there. Now, I reckon this ain't just about chores or calendars. It's about recognition. A woman don't need a medal, she needs her man to say, "I see you, darling. Let me carry some of that." Without it, she starts to feel less like a wife and more like a mule. And who can love a yoke? Reason 2, when words fade to silence. Next, let's talk about the air between them, conversation, the lifeblood of any bond. The video pointed out how, in the early days, couples chatter like sparrows. "What did you dream last night? Where'll we go someday?" But as the years stack up, that curiosity can dry to dust. Maybe it's past the salt or a grunt at the TV. The woman, though, she still craves a thread to his soul, something deeper than the weather report. I've watched this unfold in my own kin. My nephew, bless him, married a firecracker named June. For years, they'd talk till the stars faded, plans, fears, silly nothings. But by their silver anniversary, he'd clammed up. Work wore him down, sure, but he stopped asking, stopped telling. June once whispered to me, "It's like I'm married to a shadow." She didn't need poetry, just a sign he still cared to know her. When that's gone, a woman's left talking to herself. And that's a lonely echo. Here's my take: words build bridges. Lose 'em, and you're stranded on opposite shores. A husband don't have to be Shakespeare, he just has to show up. Listen, share, 'cause when silence settles in, her heart starts packing its bags. Reason 3, the endless dance of dishes. Now, let's step into the kitchen, or the laundry room, or anywhere the daily grind lives. The video rightly noted that housework, even now, often falls to the woman. Studies back it up, decades on. She's still scrubbing while he's napping. What starts as a mild irk, socks on the floor, festers into a wound by the time retirement rolls around. She wonders, why am I still the maid? I recall my neighbor, Edith. A spry thing till 70. Her husband, Frank, was a charmer. But Lord, he'd leave a trail of chaos, plates piled high, shirts strewn about. She'd laugh it off in her 40s. But by 60, she snapped. I ain't his mother, she told me, voice sharp as a blade. That resentment wasn't about dishes, it was about respect. When a man don't lift a finger, he's saying her time don't matter. And that cuts deep. My thought? Fairness ain't just practical, it's a love letter. A husband who scrubs a pot or folds a towel ain't just cleaning, he's saying, we're in this together. Without that, she's dancing solo. And the music's long gone. Reason 4, growing apart. Not together. Here's a big one, she evolves. He stalls. The video said it plain, women often chase growth as they age. Maybe it's a painting class, a trip to Tuscany, or just cracking open a book she's always meant to read. But if her man's content to sit in his recliner, watching the same reruns, she starts to feel tethered to a past she's outgrown. I've lived this, in a way. My late husband, Henry, was a steady soul, loved his routines. Me? I hit 60 and wanted to dance, travel, learn Spanish. He'd smile and say, you go, Maggie. But I wanted us to go. That gap, it wasn't his fault. But it stretched us thin. Women, we bloom late sometimes. And if our men don't bloom with us, we're left tending two gardens, miles apart. Growth's a dance for two. If he won't step up, she'll dance alone, and maybe right out the door. Reason 5, the spark that fades. Intimacy, oh, that tender thread. The video framed it well. It's not just the bedroom, but the feeling of being wanted. Over time, that flame can flicker out, fewer touches, fewer glances that say, you're mine. For a woman, that loss ain't just physical, it's a signal love's slipping away. I've counseled folks who felt this. One gal, Ruth, told me her husband stopped seeing her, not her wrinkles, but her. By 62, she felt like furniture. He wasn't cruel, just distant. She detached. Not out of spite, but survival. A woman needs to feel chosen, even after 50 years. My belief: intimacy's a garden, water it with attention. Or it withers. A look, a hand held, a whispered you're beautiful, that's the rain it needs. Reason 6, retirement's double-edged sword. Retirement, supposed to be the golden prize. Right? The video hit a nerve here. For some, it's a trap. He's home. No job. No hobbies. Leaning on her to fill his days. She's suddenly his planner, his playmate, his everything, and it's too much. My cousin Bill did this. Retired at 65. Parked himself on the couch. And expected his wife, Leela, to entertain him. She'd dreamed of quiet mornings. Maybe a pottery wheel. Instead, she got a shadow. By 67, she was bristling. Freedom turned to chains 'cause he didn't find his own path. Here's wisdom: retirement's a chance to rediscover, not cling. Both need space to breathe, or love chokes. Reason 7, the pain of being unheard. This one stings. She speaks, he don't hear. The video called it feeling invisible. And I've seen it break stronger women than me. She shares a worry, a dream, a need. He nods. But it's hollow. After years, she stops knocking on that closed door. My sister, Grace, lived it. She'd tell her man, Jim, about her fears, losing friends, aging. He'd mutter, it'll be fine, and flip the channel. By 70, she said, I am done begging to be seen. That silence wasn't peace, it was surrender. Listening's a gift. A husband who hears her keeps her close. ignore her. And she'll fade away. Reason 8 times wake up call. Last. The video spoke of a reckoning, life's short. As friends pass and years dwindle. She asks, am I happy? If the answer's no, she don't fight, she protects what's left of her light. I felt this at 75. Lost my best friend. Saw the clock ticking. Henry was gone by then. But I looked back, did we live full? Some women, still with their men, decide they deserve more. Not anger, just clarity. Time sharpens the lens. If he don't meet her halfway, she'll walk her own road. Well, folks, here we are, end of the line for this one. But Lord, what a ride it's been. We've peeled back the layers, haven't we? From the weight she carries unseen, to the silence that steals her voice, to that moment she looks at the clock and says, I deserve more. It's heavy. I know, my own heart's a little bruised just laying it out for y'all. But here's the beauty, love don't have to fade. It's a garden we tend, a fire we stoke. And I hope you're leaving here with a spark of your own to keep it alive. Now, this video, it's a treasure chest of insight. And I poured every ounce of my years into it. If you skipped a bit, go back, watch it through. 'Cause every piece matters. And if it stirred something in you, oh honey, don't keep it to yourself. Drop me a comment, tell me your story, your thoughts. What hit you hardest? Did Clara's tired sigh ring true? Did June's lonely echo tug at you? I wanna hear it all, I read every word you'll leave me. Hit that like button if this spoke to your soul. And if you're new here, subscribe. Darling, join this family of seekers. 'Cause we've got so much more to uncover together. This ain't just a channel, it's a hearth. A place to feel and grow. So let's keep the fire burning, comment, like, subscribe. And I'll see you beautiful folks in the next one. Take care of your hearts out there. You hear?